Hi, darlings. How's it going? It's Gwen here with Mystic Tumbleweeds. And I thought I'd make a video about some tips on how to pick out a tarot or oracle deck for beginners. Not that I've been using mine for a long time, but I know that I was hesitant in the beginning of my awakening to even get a deck. I relied on others. And I want you to know how cool it is to actually have your very own oracle or tarot deck. We'll just say tarot deck for now. And like build a relationship with it. It's amazing. The insight that you can gain and the connection that you can have with spirit through the cards. And I was a little intimidated at first, because I hadn't fully developed my intuition. I hadn't used it a lot, I had through my artwork, but not like with cards. But I've always loved them, I remember even being a teenager wanting to know about them and play with them. And, not that many of my friends had them or anything. So, I've heard all of these things about, oh, you must be gifted your first tarot deck. And so, for a long time, I waited and waited and waited until I actually started getting involved in, like witchy groups and stuff online. But no, like if you're being called to get a deck, then my best advice is to go to your local witchy shop, local store, even a Barnes and Nobles, a bookstore will carry your tarot decks. And especially for first time, you know your senses, okay? You know what feels good and feels right to you. Put the decks, put the boxes in your hands. Look at the pictures, look at the selection, feel the energy. You will feel one that you don't want to let go of. That's how it always happened for me. That was the very first deck that I got, the Fairy Oracle deck. I was just like, I just gotta have it, And then once you get one, it's kind of like crystals. Yeah. Like I think I have 12 or 13 decks now, and 4 more on the way. So you kind of, they're valuable tools, and each deck is kind of geared towards a certain kind of reading. And, the oracle cards are more of like, it allows you to interpret images a little bit more with your intuition. It also usually comes with really specific guidebook, about the message that the artist and the author is trying to relay. So that helps beginners actually to be able to read from the book. Which is what I did in the beginning. And then I started getting into my tarot decks, realizing that the tarot cards provide such clarity when you for an oracle card, clarity, when you need, what is this, Wheel of Fortune, what is this Nine of Swords, what is this trying to tell me, and I can refer to my little tarot deck and get more narrowed down specific advice, details. And so, yeah, like to begin with, I was a little bit intimidated because I didn't know, I knew what the suits were, but I didn't know what, like a 4 of Cups was, or, and so, this is what I do. I mean, we all have to learn, and for me, like repetition, the more I do it, the more I'm doing these readings, the more I'm filming myself, the more I'm, doing the private readings, the more comfortable I'm getting, but I have cheat sheets, cards in front of me, with the suits, keywords as to what they mean, for all of my little tarot decks, little my owl stationery, sitting here right in front of me that I can refer to. And you know what? Now over time, like less and less I have to look at these cards because it's just coming naturally to me. I also recommend a book like this that I got at Barnes & Noble. Oops, I just knocked my books over. The Tarot Bible. So who's it by? Sarah Bartlett. Yeah, Sarah Bartlett. This is so handy to have because it just gives you such detailed information on all the meanings and all kinds of different spreads. As far as what spreads to do, your little booklets that come with your tarot cards, they come with ideas. But do what's comfortable for you, you know? Like for me, I just feel the interaction, the energy of spirit, and I like to shuffle and the cards fly out. I don't have a certain spread that I do. You know, I really liked interpreting images, so I tend to go for decks that, you know, if they're not fairy or an animal deck, then or an angel deck, then I really look for ones that have beautiful artwork because it appeals to the artist in me too. So I definitely have, like, when my cards are just sitting here, I have crystals that sit upon them and I cleanse them. I cleanse my cards daily. I use my cards daily. I try to take them outside with me too, like especially the fairy decks. Really love that. So yeah, it's all about what you like. You know, test out the waters and build a relationship with your deck. Okay, and only you are the only one that's going to know what's right for you. So yeah, get to that store, get to your local store, and I like to support those little local gypsy markets, little witchy shops, those little places. But sometimes too, you can get great deals on Amazon. You can get great deals like once you have, you know, first few decks or whatever. I got 4 decks on sale from Hay House, so you know, just recently. So definitely, I hope those tips help. Just like with crystals, I think decks come in and out of our life too to help us with our soul's path and our journey and with our gifts. And so, you know, it's always nice too to be able to gift them. As more come into my life, I'm going to be circulating mine and having contests on this channel to win, you know, decks that I've used, that I've outgrown. So yeah, I love you all. I hope this helped. I'm going to be doing lots of little videos like this, tips and tricks and stuff that I've learned along the way. Embracing the crown in me. Bye, darlings.